I dream about cheese.
Half-Life is pretty well known for its memorable NPCs. Whether it's the same 5 nondescript scientist models, Male 07, Griggs and Checkley, it's undeniable that these guys really help bring the world of Half-Life to full life. What? But for every Laszlo and Father Grigori, you get a Olga or like Dr. Rosenberg or something? I don't know. So with the dawn of a new Half-Life game potentially on the horizon, now's as good a time as any to reflect on all the games that came before and decide which Half-Life NPC sucks the most. I'm going to start by laying out some ground rules. 1. No enemy NPCs. All of them are practically indistinguishable. Also, if I were counting enemy NPCs, hunters, fast headcrabs, poison headcrabs, alien controllers, and grunts would easily be the worst. And 2. I'm going to be looking at these 7 Half-Life games only. Sorry Decay and Lost Coast fans, but there's maybe like 5 NPCs in both of those games combined. Also no Portal, because Portal doesn't even have any NPCs. Also, when I say worst, I mean NPCs that either don't serve any purpose, NPCs that actively make the game worse, or NPCs that are just really, really annoying. With all that being said, let's start with Olga. I'm aware that 90% of the Half-Life fandom has never played Alyx, but I have. And I need an outlet to talk about how stupid this NPC is. Olga shows up for all of 3 minutes of the game, does nothing, never gets mentioned or brought up again. In fact, she's never brought up by anybody ever again in the rest of the franchise. She doesn't even say anything funny. You can't shoot her point blank like the scientists in Half-Life 1. She doesn't talk to you about how she dreams of cheese like the guys in Half-Life 2. She does nothing! God, I hate Olga. But is she the worst NPC in Half-Life? No. Half-Life NPCs are all pretty iconic, even when they aren't doing or saying anything funny. But of all of them, this guard right here is easily the worst. Not only does he pale in comparison to this scientist, but his death forces Gordon to take a 40-minute detour through some of the most annoying parts of Black Mesa. Sorry, Vent Life fans, but I hate the vents in We've Got Hostiles. And if the guard had just listened to the scientist and opened the doors, Gordon wouldn't even need to crawl through all those vents. He could have just like walked out the front door. Thanks, man. Thanks. I have something to admit to you guys. I like Blue Shift. I like that you're not some super smart sciencey guy performing these cool experiments, or some specially trained HECU soldier on a top secret mission. I like that Barney is just a guy doing his job, even after everything goes haywire. I like Blue Shift. I don't like Dr. Rosenberg. I, like many Half-Life players, instantly kill every single scientist I see. So having to show restraint and not point blank blasting Dr. Rosenberg the second I see him is hard. It's also hard having to escort this guy through an entire chapter and just listen to him talk and talk and talk and send me on fetch quests while he talks. Now you guys probably think I hate Half-Life at this point, so I'd like to take a moment and look at some of the best of the best. I'm going to do a rapid fire round of Bongo Matic's best favorite non-playable character awards. Obviously Laszlo, Griggs and Checkley, the AR3 guy, all standouts. Other ones are this guy who fixes your car in episode 2 and hits on Alyx.
Is that your boyfriend?
This guy who gets decked by a hunter in episode 2. This guy from Alyx. These 2 soldiers from Alyx.
We're not dumping it in the pit because it's safe.
These other 2 soldiers from Alyx.
Stop kicking it.
And this scientist from Half-Life 1. Okay, back to hating. Judith sucks, dude. You meet her and she's just in your ear about how jealous she is of you.
Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they are at the top of their field.
Then she double crosses you. Then she triple crosses the Combine. Then she just f***s off to the Arctic before she can face any consequences of her double cross. Entropy02 had the right idea. We just spend half of that game trying to kill her. Also, if she didn't double cross you, you wouldn't have needed to take this big detour through Ravenholm, then Highway 17, then Sand Traps, then Nova Prospect, on and on and on and on and on. She's the mastermind behind everything. Actually, never mind. So, I have some extremely strong emotions about Lamarr. I'm gonna try to keep this civil. There are many things I hate about Lamarr, but I will illuminate 3. Obviously, she turns what would have been a really simple teleport to Black Mesa East into an entire 27-hour-long journey through City 17, then White Forest, Nova Prospect, the coast, on and on and on. 2. Why does Kleiner even have Lamarr in the first place? Scratch that, I know exactly why. He got her debeaked and he's... oh god, ew. 3. How did Lamarr even get to White Forest? It's a minor nitpick, but she was in City 17 when the Citadel exploded. Okay, wait. How did Kleiner escape City 17? Okay, wait. How did Judith get to the Borealis so quickly? Okay, wait. How did Eli escape the Citadel? Okay, wait. Why was Barney left behind in City 17? If they just used the teleporter in Kleiner's lab, why couldn't Gordon and Alex use it after they stabilized the Citadel core? Where the f does Barney go after episode 1? You see what Lamarr's putting me through? She's easily the worst NPC in Half-Life. She's pulling the strings. She's controlling it all. Oh my god. Pulling the strings. Controlling it all. Lamarr isn't the worst NPC in Half-Life. It's the G-Man. I really want you to think about this. The G-Man has to be the worst NPC in Half-Life. Half-Life isn't a perfect series. There are chapters of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 that I actively dread on repeat playthroughs. Even the most diehard Half-Life fans will admit that Zen, On a Rail, Interloper, Gonarch's Lair, actually all of Zen, suck. Some Half-Life fans hate Sand Traps. Some hate the Uprising chapters. Some hate Highway 17. Water Hazard, I've heard Nova Prospect hate. Ravenholm hate. Root Canal hate. Red Letter Day hate. Surface Tension hate. Questionable Ethics hate. Residue Processing hate. I know a few Half-Life fans that just hate Half-Life 1. A few that hate Half-Life 2. Some that hate the episode. Some that hate Alex. Now that I think about it, Half-Life fans really don't like anything. Okay, point being, the G-Man is making you trudge through all of that. He pulls the strings. He could have easily excluded On a Rail. The G-Man's the reason why Half-Life 1 sucks. The G-Man's the reason why the Steam Machine got delayed. The G-Man is the reason why Half-Life X isn't out by now. The G-Man controls everything. He created On a Rail. He created Hunt Down the Freeman. He orchestrated it. G-Man. He created Interloper. And I kinned him. And I shouldn't have. I put him into my own Aphex Twin edit. What was I thinking? Okay, but seriously. Every shitty, boring part of Half-Life, every annoying enemy, all the infuriating level design, all these stupid NPCs, Hunt Down the Freeman, it's all the G-Man's fault. He pulls the strings, and for whatever reason, he decided to make On a Rail suck ass. Sorry, I get a little heated about this. Send your mom this, and put I hate G-Man in the comment section. Happy February to those of you who celebrate. This has been Bongo-matic. I'm Bongo-matic and so are you. We've been watching Bongo-matic, 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 Bongo-matic.